In the last few lectures, we were discussing about the VSI fed induction motor drives. So today we will discuss about another type of induction motor drive, which is CSI fed induction motor drive. What is CSI? CSI stands for current source inverter. What is the difference between a VSI and a CSI? In the case of VSI, you have an input DC voltage and output you are getting an AC. But in the case of current source inverter, along with this DC, there should be a high value of inductor, and this inductor maintains the current through the DC link current is the key factor here, this ID. This DC source along with this inductor act as a current source, and again it is connected to these switches, and output you are expecting AC output voltage. This is CSI. Now let's see the induction motor which are fed from CSI current source inverters. So first of all, let me draw the basic circuit diagram of a CSI. There is a battery voltage source along with a high value of inductor. This battery source along with this inductor provides a constant current. Let this the DC link voltage represented by VD, and the DC link current is ID, and three-phase inverter. So we have six switches. Let me call this is let me draw 6 switches first, and after that we will connect. All are thyristor switches and numbered as T1, T3, T5, T2, T4 and T6. You had studied this in the last semester in power electronics, the current source inverter. And for the proper commutation, you have diodes also. Diodes and capacitors for proper commutation. This is D1, D3, D5, D2, D4 and D6, and you have capacitors connected in between for the proper commutation. Here also you can see capacitors for this diodes and capacitors helps in proper commutation. So this is the basic diagram of a CSI, and from these three terminals you will get three-phase voltage, and it is fed to an induction motor drive. So this is basically the diagram of VSI, and like in the case of VSI, when you get different voltages in different half intervals, like VD here, minus VD here, here you will be expecting, or here you get the current ID and minus ID in this direction. So these are the basic things about CSI. Now like we have studied in VSI, that if the input available is AC, what to do, or the input available is DC, what to do. So there are different circuits where there is similarly depends on the input supply, the CSI. There are different varieties of CSI fed induction motor drives. Okay, normally for a CSI fed induction machine drive, torque is varied by DC link current ID. Okay, this ID is in turn varied by varying the DC link voltage VD. Okay, so what will happen if your input supply is AC? So first of all, this AC should be converted into variable DC using a fully controlled rectifier. So its output is variable DC. This VD is variable one because of fully controlled rectifier. Based on the firing angle, or depends on the firing angle alpha, this output voltage, this VD can be varied. Okay, then you are using an inductor for getting that constant current, and it is fed to this CSI. Output is given to induction machine. So this is the scheme that you are using if the input supply is AC. First you have to convert that into variable DC using a fully controlled rectifier. Okay, now if the input available is DC, constant DC, first you need a chopper for varying it, because chopper, it's a DC converter. Constant DC can be converted into variable DC by using a chopper. So DC is connected to chopper, its output is varied, you get a variable output voltage here. Again, because of current source inverter, you have to use an inverter to get that constant current, and its output is given to CSI output is given to induction machine. So these are the another scheme if the input is DC. Similar case we study for the VSI also. If the input was AC, what to do, and for DC, what are the things that you need to consider. We have studied the same case in VSI also. Now we have studied the closed loop operation of VSI fed drive. Similarly, here is the closed loop operation of how the closed loop operation of CSI works. And as I have mentioned in that video, what's the meaning of the closed loop operation? You have a set speed. Whether the load varies or not, you have even if you vary the load, you have to bring that speed back to your set speed. The machine should always rotate at this set speed. That's the meaning. It's actually the speed control scheme. So in a closed loop control, how do we achieve that if we are using a CSI? That is closed loop conversion, closed loop operation of CSI fed drive. So the diagram and the techniques are same, almost similar to that we have used in VSI. So it will be quite easy for you how the closed loop scheme works. So assume that you have an input AC. So first of all, this AC should be converted into DC using a fully controlled rectifier to get this variable DC, fully controlled rectifier. So its output is DC. This DC is converted into, along with this inductor, makes it as a constant current at the input side, and this is given to our inverter. This is the inverter input. So here it's a DC link voltage VD and the current ID. Because it's a current source inverter, we are more focusing on this ID value. This is a constant current. Okay, now the inverter output is connected to induction machine. So this is the open loop induction machine drive. Now I am going to make this as a closed loop. So for that, a speed sensor is used to measure the speed. So this is a speed sensor. The speed sensor measures the speed, which is denoted by omega m. And as I have already told you that it will be compared with a reference, your set speed, which is known as omega m star. Suppose you want to run your machine at 1300 rpm, that's a set speed, that is a reference omega m star, and it will be compared with this omega m, and an error will be produced. It will be given to a PI controller, that is the meaning of speed controller. We have studied same thing in VSI also. Output of the speed controller can go in either way, positive or negative, but that should be limited. Otherwise, the current may become quite high. So we should use a limiter circuit there, or a slip controller. Limiter or a slip controller. So its output is actually the slip speed omega SL. Okay, and this omega SL along with this omega m, if you add slip speed and this omega m, what is slip speed actually? Omega SL, that is synchronous speed minus actual speed, that is a slip speed. For example, synchronous speed is 1300, actual speed is 1300, then the slip speed is equal to 1500 minus 1300, that is equal to 200 rpm. Okay, so this is 200 rpm, example values I am writing, and this is omega m. What is omega m? Actual speed of the machine, 1300. When you add these two, you get the synchronous speed, right? So that's the idea. So these two gets added, and finally you get the reference omega ms, that's a synchronous speed, which in turn that is given to induction machine for controlling the, that is, it's not given to induction machine, it's given to inverter. So this is omega ms. This in turn as frequency is given to inverter. So based on this frequency, inverter switches are closed and open, and based on that you get the variable frequency value from an inverter. Okay, now to control ID. In the case of VSI fed drive, there was a voltage control loop. Here it's a current source inverter, so this loop definitely must be current loop. So that's the only difference. There it was voltage, here it is current. So what I am doing is this omega ls is taken. This omega ls will be given to a flex control block. This flex control block should generate the constant reference value of current, this ID star. In VSI fed drive it was VD star. The flex control block should generate a voltage reference. So here it is ID star. This ID star will be compared with the actual value of ID. So this is ID actually, inverter DC link current ID. So it will be compared with the actual value of ID. Okay, an error voltage is produced. Again it is given to a controller, a PI controller or a voltage controller is there. Voltage controller, it is actually PI controller. The output of this PI controller is given to, this is fully controlled rectifier. So output of it is given to the firing circuit of this fully controlled rectifier. Its output is given to inverter rectifier. Because of a fully controlled rectifier also we need to give switching pulse for this thyristors, right? So this error current is given to a PI controller, output is given to firing circuit controls this fully controlled rectifier for controlling the magnitude of this VD. Okay, once you vary this VD, ID also varies. Similarly, the frequency how we vary, this is for the frequency control loop, this is the inner loop and this is the outer loop. Here you are controlling both frequency and current. There in VSI, frequency and voltage, that's the only difference. Okay, and so this is all about the closed loop operation of VSI CSI fed drive. Now I'll give you an assignment question because it is very simple. I have told you the VSI fed braking mode. Braking in VSI fed induction machine. We have studied dynamic braking there. We have studied regenerative braking. Last video it was there. So here also in CSI fed drive braking is there. So you write the assignment on this topic, braking in CSI fed induction machine drive. And the second is a very important question. By just referring the textbook you can write comparison between CSI fed drive and VSI fed drive. CSI fed drive and VSI fed drive. Okay, just by referring the textbook of Dubai you can write these two things. Okay, so this is your first assignment.